A table lamp can look right in the room and still fail the job at the surface. That is the real buying risk. Ambient light and task light are not the same requirement, and a dimmable lamp only helps if the control, direction, and brightness range actually match how the lamp will be used. Ambient light supports the room as a whole. It softens the transition into a darker space, gives a seating area shape, and can make a bedside or living room feel calmer. Task light is judged differently. It has to help with reading, writing, sewing, drawing, or detailed assembly, which means the light must reach the work area cleanly, without shadows or glare getting in the way. That difference matters because many lamps are chosen from how they look, not from how they perform at chair height or on a tabletop. A warm glow can be attractive and still be too weak for reading. A brighter source can support a task and still be unpleasant if the light point is exposed or the shade throws a hard reflection. Dimming is useful because it gives one fixture more than one role, but only when the light source and control work together in a stable way. For ambient use, the lamp's position and diffusion matter as much as output. A shade, diffuser, resin body, or even reflected light from a wall can spread the illumination and reduce harshness. That is why a decorative material alone should not be treated as proof of comfort. Buyers still need close-up images and operating details to judge whether the lamp will actually give a soft local background or simply create a bright spot. For task use, the question changes. The user needs to see the page, desk, or craft surface clearly, at the right distance and from the right angle. The useful evidence is not a bright-looking product image. It is the light source information, the direction of the beam, the control range, and how the lamp behaves in the actual seating position. If the listing does not explain those things, it is safer not to assume the lamp can replace a dedicated task fixture. A practical way to think about brightness is by evening activity. Relaxing usually calls for lower output and less visual dominance. Reading needs higher usable output and enough coverage to keep the page visible. Conversation is usually better served by moderate light that supports the room without turning the lamp into a glare point. Night navigation needs the lowest practical level, but still enough light to identify edges, furniture, and nearby pathways. Those scenarios also show why one phrase like adjustable or dimmable is not enough. A useful dimmer should move smoothly across the range and stay stable at the low end. If the lamp jumps from too dim to too bright, the control may not be as useful as the listing suggests. Glare, flicker, and uneven brightness remain relevant because they affect comfort and visibility even when the lamp is technically on. In a bedside setting, the difference between wind-down lighting, reading, and night movement is especially clear. A low setting can help create a calmer room environment, but the lamp should not be presented as a sleep solution. Reading raises the standard, because the page must be visible without forcing the user to lean forward or tolerate a bright source in the peripheral vision. Night movement needs just enough light to orient safely, along with a control that can be found easily and a base that stays stable. In a living room, the lamp may act more as an accent than a work light. It can add warmth, define a seating area, or highlight the texture of a surface. Decorative use brings its own checks as well. How the material reacts to dust, fingerprints, heat, and cleaning. A strong visual effect is only a good purchase if the maintenance is realistic. The clearest path is simple. Identify the main activity first. Decide whether the lamp is ambient, task-oriented, or expected to do both. Check the dimming behavior, the light source compatibility, the placement, and the glare risk from the actual viewing position. Missing output, heat, or compatibility details are not minor gaps. They are unresolved evidence.